All good. Okay. Hi everyone. Thank you for inviting me here. And as Bhaskar sir was saying, I'm an alumni. More than a guest, if I've been called as an alumni, I feel comfortable because the guest is something in my own home. It's like making me feeling like guest does not make you comfortable, right? So this is all the place where I have roamed around, and we have learned here. We have experimented many things and then failed and then learned. Okay, this is how we have to fine tune ourselves. So this is our home, and alumni is the right one for me. I'll get into the topic. There are many slides with animation. Click on that so that it gets one full slide. Okay. Yeah. So I'll try to keep it very connected for you, which mean I'm not bringing the high level experiments which are going on, but the way I have placed is the value of data, and then the way IT industry looks at it, and then the client. When we say client, customer, how he perceives it. Okay, it's all on the data. Okay, on data, how client is perceiving it. Now, when IT industry and client connected, then the next comes how is SAP is playing role. I will be very minimal on the content of value of data, IT industry and client view, because that goes very generic. You would be benefited when I talk about how SAP has been fine-tuned itself, okay, based on data to get its successful business. Okay, so there I will try to spend more time. And then, as you all know, that AI is the one which is shaping up and forces you also to make your hands dirty, learn, and then become a good data scientist and then the AI programmer. And then, last but not least, academia is the one where everything happens. So this is a place where you are already. The way you use is what the benefits you reap it. So we will touch upon that. Next. Go ahead. Yeah. So the value of data. So if you understand, see, at first when IT has come into the picture, it was about automating the things from a manual process to a computerized process. But when the computerized process has been stabilized, now the data has started increasing. Now the point comes, how much do you value of the data which is available? Okay, so first best example I'll tell you. When everyone will be having a smartphone, if you look at your smartphone, it has some metric saying that how much time you have spent on your YouTube. Okay, it says your screen time is this much, in that each application is taking this much of time. We see that, okay, and then how much we consider it for actionable insight, that I have to reduce it or I have to use it for a right purpose. Okay, so data value comes into picture when you collect the data, take the insights out of it, and then make an actionable item. Then only the benefit comes out of it. Okay, so this data has become foundation for all decision making for the organizations and the industries. Every organization is looking at how I can use my data which is available with me for making my future decisions. Okay, and then the quality of the data decides how best insights you can get it, and how can you make your decisions more informed, and then you stay in the competition. Okay, so this is all about playing around in and around of the data itself. Okay, and then the next one is data driven approaches. Let's take an example of this one, Amazon purchases. This is also one common thing. I'm thinking that I'm not sure whether students as you will you be using Amazon.in to make the purchases. If you look at that Amazon.in and then look at one product which you want to purchase. Recently I bought one laser measuring tape. Okay, I was deciding whether I have to go for a premium Bosch one or some other, and at the bottom he started showing that this particular item has been bought by this many people in the past 60 days. He is influencing me, saying that this is bought by so many people, that means why won't you buy it? If you are not able to make a decision based on parameters, you make a decision because someone else is buying it. Look at the way they are projecting the metrics based on the data available. Okay, and reviews is something which is already there. I'm not touching upon reviews, but this content is really a different dimension to place it. And in similar way, the predicting trends and then customer behavior and market dynamics. These look very big terms. I'm trying to give you an example of where really happens. I took an example of fnp.com and justbake.com. Not sure how many of you are aware. These are the places where we order cakes. Okay. What we usually happen, no, when we want to order for my kid and we want to order, I said to my wife, okay, you book it. Anyhow, it is available. You talk to your him and then order whichever he likes. She placed everything, she decided everything, she didn't order it, left it. Now the call comes. Ma'am, you have visited our website, you have selected the product, and then why did you go for order? Do you want any help from us? Do you face any problems? So, whatever you are going to do in that website, someone is also monitoring it. And how fast it is, if you won't buy within that half an hour, no, he will immediately call back. And he says, I will give you some discount, ma'am, why don't you go for it? The way the purchases, the way the behavior of the consumer is getting decided in that span of time. How short it has become is what I'm trying to say you. The customer behavior, someone is monitoring the patterns and trying to help us, and he's not letting the customer go out of that website also, saying that we will give you some discount, ma'am, why don't you place the order? This is how, they try to grab the market. This is all been situations creating it. Based on the data, what you have it, you should be able to judge what I can make out of it. He is not letting the consumer go out of that website and ensuring that you purchase it. Okay. And next one, it fuels that personalized recommendations, autonomous vehicles, and then healthcare advancements. Here as well, I'm trying to take the examples which you connect well. Amazon Prime has become common. I'm guessing for sure it will be there. At least if not for all, majority will be there. If not that, YouTube also. If you watch a video, it tries to recommend what other videos you will like and what you would be interested in. When you watch a movie of action, since you have watched last time, these action movies also you would like. Since last time you watched an animation movie, you may like these as well. The way he is trying to define our next path is getting commanded by the tools, and this is all coming from the data. Okay, so there is a value. How do you make sure that he places an order, he pays an order, he extracts the value out of the order? This is what the second phase. Okay, customer relationship management. And the third one is sold to pay. When you are doing all these activities, you need to manage your expenditures. Right? Think about as a hospital, we have to an example. So hospital is trying to make sure how should they take care of their employees. Then SAP should provide something. In ERP it is part of it. And hospital is thinking, how should I make sure my customer relationship management? That means the patient has come, they need to go to the doctor, they need to pay, take the services, cherish out of the services, and then they go happily. And the third one is source to pay. And the fourth one is plan to fulfill, which is a supply management one. Now, having those four business processes, try to connect here with the tools. What SAP has done is, it was first focusing on ERP. It has come up in 1972 as a solution for the ERP. They were developing applications. Once the data has started taking central space, they have also focused on database management. We were having Oracle, and then there are other as well. And SAP has come up with SAP HANA, which is an in-memory database which processes large volume of data in memory itself. When we have to say in memory, it is like a RAM. Within that, you are going to process all that of data without losing, any process time. Now, and then SAP HANA is for the transactional database, and then SAP database which is for historical data. From that database management, it has come into analytics. Analytics was weak in the period of 2004 and 2007. At that time, it has acquired business objects, and then it was leading in that business intelligence. It continued with that data intelligence and then predictive intelligence. Predictive intelligence is about future prediction. Data intelligence is about the one which is in the desktop solutions. Okay. Why I say desktop solution is, it was not there at that period of time about cloud world. Okay. The next dimension which has come, as you might have heard, on premise, on mobile, and then on cloud. It is a three dimensions which has taken. On premise means it is something which is there in your system. On mobile, where the solution can be accessed from the mobile. On cloud, where the solution can be placed in the cloud and anyone can access it. No need to take care about application deployment. No need to take care about your data. Everything will be taken care by the company itself. This is the third phase of evolution. You say, on premise, on mobile, and on cloud. The way it transformed is very interesting. And before you catch up with the cloud, which is there, let me tell this way. Now, when these was there, these are concepts again. What tools SAP has come? SAP Lumira. I was part of this. I was part of this one. I was part of this as well. In my 16 years, I am with analytics only. That's the best thing which has happened in my life. So on mobile when it has come, SAP Lumira they have placed it. Lumira is an handheld device solution of generating the analytics from the data, and it has taken shape of Android solution and then iOS solution, and then you can use it on desktop as well. Okay, and then the next one is on cloud. This is what I'm currently working in. SAP Analytics Cloud. The analytics, the concepts remain same. The analytics is something now customer need not worry about how to deploy, need not worry about data. It will be there in HANA database. It will connect to the HANA database, collect the data, and then develop the insights, and then bring up the visualizations. When I say visualizations, it is the charts and different representation of the data, so that end user can read it and then make a decision of what they have to do. Okay, this is how the product shaping up has happened. And then the next solutions which are there are for the evolving ones, which is Leonardo machine learning, big data services, and then now the current one is business AI. AI has taken a big space in all the minds, in all the industries of IT. How they are going to reap the benefit out of AI is still questioning. There are many opportunities, at the same time high risk as well. You might have seen in media and all, there are high risk, but being data science and then ML streams which are there, I would like to say it is really interesting and it is going to be the leading one for the future. That is what my opinion again, because SAP itself is in learning phase now. It's really true. Even our CTO, when he has visited last month itself, he said, I'm also learning. Don't worry, we have to learn. We have to cope up with these new changes, and then we have to shape up ourselves that we can develop all our applications with AI solutions. We have certain talent, we have to improve that. We have to catch up with the coming up algorithms, and then we have to be strong. So it has taken very integral part of the data landscape, transforming how organizations utilize data. Earlier when you are programming, even now to certain cases, you take the input in variables and then you place it as how the outcome comes after certain processing. Now the same thing has changed, like how do you feed the data to train the system. Based on the trained system, how do you get the result? That is what the difference you are going to learn in programming. Okay, so this data driven generative AI, I have put that word. Just try to catch up this word. Generative AI is the one which is going to help the businesses. When I say generative AI, it is talking about a text-based analytics. As Prahlad sir has covered, text-based analytics is the one where this generative AI comes. ChatGPT is one of these generative AI. Okay, there are other mediums, but text-based solutions, that is where all industries are focusing now, because there are high chances to penetrate that into businesses. And then it is continuous. Natural language processing is capable, and then data governance and data management tools also emerging on top of it. Yeah, next one. Last but not least, the one way academia. As sir was asking, what is in it when we visit here? We really see like this. Academics is the one place where you can change the curriculum quickly and then you can learn those things. This is the place where you practice and experience the failures and then recorrect it again and then do it. Okay, the way it can shape up is comprehensive data science curriculum to building it. This is a challenging phase. As I said, AI is the one which is going to question the previous learnings, and the current learnings is going to be in a new dimension. You cannot carry the same one as you have it in the past. The reason being, you need to get the training data. How do you train the system? Okay. And the next one is research in data science can drive innovations and address real world challenges. And here we need from ideation to the implementation. How do you take it to the different phases? Okay. Collaboration with industry and hosting data science competitions like these things. The Ripple is one of them, where it helps students to showcase their knowledge. And then academia plays a vital role in promoting ethical data practices. As we being the learners, how do we judge, and then how we cultivate ourselves, how can we rightly use the data that goes to the industry, that goes to the solutions of the future. So it is here where you judge whether I am rightly using the data for the right purposes or not. The only simple way to say whether it is right purposes or not is when you can use and say that publicly this data is used this way and then I am getting the solution. And you can say in 100 people, then that means that is the right solution going on in your mind.
Raghu, I have a question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because we have seen data science students here, they're very much enthusiastic in actually looking into how the industry is going to help them understand. Because they once the resource comes in, they're ready to take it. So now my question is, how SAP actually contributes their services or their solutions for the academia? Because when it comes to licenses and all, they're very costly.
Very costly.
With the commercialization.
Yes. Yes.
Is there any facility that SAP offers to students, faculty on a lower cost, or at least, if not free, if free, we are ready to take them. If not free, affordable.
SAP says nugget. Okay, no. SAP is having a separate wing for academics to support. The way they look at it when it is academics, yes, there is a business model there, but along with business model, the way they look at it is, if majority of the people learn the solutions which they are developing, the industries which have adopted to the SAP solutions, they get the right people. It's a win-win situation which they are creating there. The majority of the students who come out with the knowledge of SAP can get placed into those, and industries which buy from SAP will become flexible. If it be like ABAP, if you have heard that ABAP language, it has been stopped a bit, but there are less talent for ABAP language. Where SAP has built up its own language, but it is struggling to sustain it on that. Now, that talent can be built in the academics at the early stage itself if it penetrates. There is a separate wing and costing based on the way it is using the solutions. Now with the cloud concept, nothing need to be deployed here. SAP deploys the solution and it gives access for the system. And along with that, they also tie up with the trainers who can train by coming here. I think it is charged, but we can see where it can be affordable to create an balanced situation there. The separate wing is there, and I do have contacts there, which we can work out.
Yeah, I have a connected question.
Sir.
As I said, these guys are really interested. Is there any way that such kind of help or let's say assistance from personally from your side would there be? Can we expect? Do you have time for something?
Time is for sure we have to take out. Always we will try to fill our time with that, with one or the other activities. My interest always goes, I discuss with you, sir, many times, my way of thinking when I think about academics, here is a place where I too have come across, if more opportunities would have come at the early stage, I would have been fine-tuned to better is what. So in the similar way, now I gain certain knowledge and I am ready to give. Always, it is like everywhere, wherever the opportunity is there, academics, I'll tell, why don't we start this one? Why don't we exchange this knowledge? Let it put it, now if we put it in 100 people, only 10 people or 20 people will try to grab it out of it. Every opportunity, who will try to grab it, they will be seizing I think there is a title, opportunities multiply as you seize the opportunity. Opportunity is coming, take it. If it is not chargeable, then extract it. Knowledge is the one which data value we have seen just now. So time always it will be accommodatable. It's not that we cannot do it. We can work out on a plan where a value out of the program we can think of it, and for sure we can conduct it. Not only that, industry-based solutions also which we can work out when we come out of that the initial phase of learning fast and then equipping with the knowledge, then for sure we can work out on how we can get industry-based solutions also, because every solution need knowledge and then idea, from the idea to implement. These all are common across everyone. Only thing is who are experienced to make who are ready to take the risk and then bring the solution. It is possible, sir.
Nice, sir.
Thank you. Let's make a plan to make it happen, and then we will see how we can reap the benefits out of the programs as well.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Off it.